have to constantly acknowledge everything. We have to acknowledge our own egos. We have to acknowledge that humanity is our captivity. We have to acknowledge our feminine side as men. Women have to acknowledge their masculine side. Now, when I say this, I don't say this to solidify the bullshit we see today with these feminine ass, faggot ass niggas and these masculine ass, niggerish ass bitches. What I'm saying is acknowledge the fact that you possess both energies within you that are in balance, not of equality, but are in balance of a form of give and take due to the usage of it. Meaning what? I possess 20% feminine to tap into that feminine, to be more creative, to be more nurturing to my woman, to be more of a receiver, to relate to nature. You see? You tap into your 20% masculine as a woman to be more defensive at times of war, to be able to protect what's necessary in the moment that is in the range of harm. You see what I'm saying? To be analytical at the time, you have to put your emotions aside. And we both put your emotions aside. And we both possess each energy inside, but we don't possess them equally at 50-50. We possess them 70-30, 80-20. And we have to learn when we are overusing one side that is not cohesive or that is not in balance with our anatomy. Because the anatomy that you're born in was the physical part of the energetic side. What do I mean by that? My physical anatomy as a male specimen or human being is the polarity to my spiritual or energetic energy of the masculine. That's why I have 80% logic with that matches with my anatomical body as a male. Because that logic is what makes me a better laborer. That logic is what makes me stronger, what makes me more physical, and what makes me live. By the way, logic is locked down. And see, as a man, I have to acknowledge that being overly logical puts me in a box. I have to acknowledge that being overly logical stops me from being a god. So I always have to keep that in mind. But at the same time, I have to acknowledge that as a man, my duty and my purpose and my nature is to be logical. Because I am here to be the analytical part of her, to take the laborious aspect out of her so she can continue to be the spiritual side of me. True. You see what I'm saying? So once we start learning how to work these polarities, acknowledge everything that we are, acknowledge your fucking ego, man, because we all got it. I got an ego, but my ego is like this compared to my intelligence. And I work every day to squish it smaller and smaller. But if you're on this third dimensional plane, you need your ego. You can't be here without your ego. But you have to acknowledge it.
I think instead of using the word ego, it's confidence.
No, it's not the same thing.
Okay.
It's not the same thing. Your confidence is something that you feel confident in after attempting and accomplishing it numerous times. Now you know that this is what you are, this is what you can do, and this is the skill that you have. That's different. Ego is inside of you due to the combination of your environment and the preferences and the things that you've been conditioned as a human being in this current realm. Your ego today, as a black man in 2019 under the oppression of a recessive, is way different than your ego in ancient times, but you still possessed it. Your ego in ancient times was to be the warrior for your kingdom. Your ego in ancient times was to be the noble king for the people. But your ego today is to be the dopest nigga and the fucking
the coolest,
whatever the fuck. I don't even see. I'm so disconnected to this bullshit. I don't even fucking know anymore what the fuck these niggas care about now. But at the end of the day,
well, basically do what everybody else is doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Be the coolest nigga. The coolest nigga. You know what I mean?